Okay, in this video, this inverter was right there. It's tripping a fault code. Ian from Watts 24/7 Solar sent me this. This inverter was tripping the fault code. He sent me this inverter to replace it. We went through some diagnostic stuff and wasn't able to get it working. So he sent me the replacement. Made a video taking it off the wall and hooking it, swapping the PV inputs because the new inverter they were a little bit bent. So we're going to put this one up. This is gonna be a little bit of a trick trying to get all the wires in. It wasn't as much of a trick as I thought it might be. That wasn't bad at all. It's not on here. We're gonna get it in there. Wasn't bad at all. Alright. Pretty simple. So now I'll go ahead, reinstall the lock rings. Easy peasy. Reinstall the protectors. These aren't quite so easy. They barely fit over the lugs. They fit coming off, so they should fit going back on. There it goes. And over here. Trying to do this with the camera in my hand isn't the easiest. That'll take two hands getting it over the red tape. Before I took this apart, I checked everything, made sure everything was off. There was no voltage. Make sure you do that, that way you don't arc anything out. Okay, I'm gonna set the camera down so I can use both hands for this. So what I just did was I snugged all these lock rings down, put these bushings on, protectors, whatever they are. This helps protect the insulation on the wire so nothing arcs out. I'm gonna go over here, make sure again my breakers are open. And then up here it shows you ground. Better loosen these. Ground is this green one. I mentioned it in the other video, but these are number 6 gauge wire, and they are tight in there. The side of the machine says, here, I'm not even in the frame. The side of the machine says use number 4s, but I don't think number 4s would fit myself. I'm gonna try putting the camera down. I don't know where I can put it. You guys will be able to see what I'm doing, but I can't do it with one hand. So that was that part. We got ground, neutral line, ground, neutral line. This is the output, this is the input. Ground, neutral line, ground, neutral line. Then I have the batteries hooked up. I like using a nut driver on this because you can get them tight, but you don't end up over tightening it with a ratchet. Everything's snug. And I can tell this is my original one because I drew a 3 on it. There, you can see it. So that's the original one. Here's the new one. It's got 3 wires, 2 connectors down there, and then the one hanging. They're all different wires, so they're all different connectors. So you can't really do it wrong. I don't know if you'll be able to see what I'm doing or not. Got my camera in my pocket. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on. I'm just going to start with this middle one. I'll start with the side one because I can see it. what's up there. Another screw. Get it started. Screw on this side. Get her started. Missed. Try again. Still missed. I'll try doing this bottom one first so I don't have to hold it up. Snug. Sorry I suck with the camera, guys. I'll do this one. These are just cover screws. They don't have to be crazy tight. Just tight enough they don't rattle out. And I'm going to turn this inverter on before I hook up the communication cables and get it set on the right setting. I want the 2P2 setting. Can I put this down? Put it back up. I'm gonna go up here and use a jumper wire across the bus bars or across the breaker from the bus bars to the breaker to pre-charge the capacitors. So I'm going to stop the video here, get ready to do that, and hopefully I'll remember to start again. I got my breakers, shunt trip breakers. This is my positive bus bar, my negative bus bar, my cellmates, Baytrim, Watchmon core, and the expansion. I bought the expansion because I thought I was going to be able to run relays to run each breaker separately, but Baytrim doesn't support doing that. That's part of why I had 4 breakers. I've got 4 batteries, 4 inverters. Thought I was going to be able to run everything separately, but I didn't do enough research before I made the purchase. I probably wouldn't have gone with Baytrim. Knowing what I know now, I'm not that technically inclined that I need to monitor everything at all times, but it is what it is. Now I have it, so I figured out how to use it. I'm still learning how to use it. I shouldn't say I figured it out, but right now I'm getting ready to charge the capacitors in the inverters. So I just have the negative wire hooked to negative bus bar, positive wire hooked to the positive bus bar. And here we go. I'm gonna get a little spark. I wonder if I can get this on video. Get a little bit closer to train. I know I can't do this one-handed. I wonder if I can get my camera staged in here somehow. You guys see that? That might be enough. You might be able to see it. It's just a little spark. It might take me a couple times. There it goes. Keep doing it till we don't get no more spark. And that'll mean the capacitors are charged. No more spark. Okay, capacitors are charged. Camera back to where we were. That seemed like a good angle. Maybe. Okay. So I got the red wire off. It was just on one of the studs, and the black wire is off that side. Capacitors are charged. Let's turn the inverters on. Okay, so as you can see with this inverter, I don't know if you can see it, but the button's pushed in, so we'll click it out. All the rest of them are clicked out. This one does not have any of the communication cables hooked up yet. So I shouldn't push my ladder away. We should be ready to turn on the breakers and not have the inverters turn on. Breakers are on, Batrium fired up. The breakers did not trip when I turned them on. I don't know why. When I came today, the breakers were tripped, and I don't know why. But I don't have power to turn my computer on and try and check. So anyways, I'm gonna turn this inverter on individually. Takes a minute to start up. So far it works. It says I'm making 120 volts. I'll set it to 2P2. There. Gotta turn it off. You gotta do this in a timely manner. I want 2P2 180 because I want them 100. It says 2P2 because I want them 180 degrees apart. The 2P2 180, you seen it flash, 2P2 120, then 2P2 180, 2P2 120 only puts them 120 degrees apart, the phases 120 degrees apart. It should shut down. I need to look up what those flashing lights are. But now I can hook back up. Now I can move the ladder and hook these paralleling cables back up. This is left. I marked them right and left. I'm going to, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to check. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with one hand. Put you back here. I'm going to, pretty sure this is the one I wrote. Yep. Okay. So, I'm just going to go through my settings. I didn't change a lot of settings, but turn the inverter back on. I'm probably not going to be able to go through them because it's going to shut off on its own because I'm on 2P2. Okay, never mind. It's on 2P2 and it's not communicating with anything, so it shuts off on its own. Okay, but anyways, it's on 2P2. I'll be able to go through the settings once left. Once I get done. Once I hook this up and I turn the other inverters on, because it communicates with the other inverters. And so when it's on 2P2, it doesn't know what it's supposed to be 180 degrees off of. These ones, the other two wires I've labeled left and right. These ones, they can't be hooked up wrong because they've got their opposite plugs. So, I'll go ahead and get these hooked up. I have the AC breakers open. I'm not sure if I checked that in this video. I made a few videos tonight. I'm not sure if I checked that in this video or not, but the AC breakers are open. I'll go through, I'll check that once while we're at it. And as you can see from there, we're just hooking up these communication cables are hooked back up. Let's turn all the inverters on and plug my USB in. Now fired up. Okay. Now I can go through my settings. Up. USB. USB 1, 60 hertz or 60 amps for the total charge. Appliance is the voltage that I want. USC, LTD, TTD, 60 hertz, 120 volts, 120 volts. This one I've got set at 2 amps at the moment. 48 volts, 48 volts, 54, 54, SMU, SMU.